Okay, today we're going to string a ball joint doll, and what I'd like to do first is make sure it has all good hooks. The original doll did not have his good hooks, so we're just going to replace them with some decent hooks. And I'm just going to crimp that on to the lower part of the leg. As you can see, there's a little round hook there, and I'm just going to hook the other hook to that. Get my doll all ready to be in position to measure cording and all that stuff. This is the neck button, and I'm going to put the hook on that, crimp it, and you want to crimp it and you want to make sure it can move so that when you move the doll's head it will move. And I'm going to put it inside the doll's head gently so that the hook is exposed through the neck hole. And I want to take some tissue paper, just gently stick it down in there so it stays in place. Also keeps the doll's eyes from falling back as you're working. So, okay, I've got my doll all laid out here, and I'm going to start with measuring. I'm going to use 2 loops that attached. One loop is going to go to one leg, and the other loop is going to go to the other leg, and they're both going to go to the neck hook. And the way I like to measure these dolls with the cording is just for a rough measurement. I take the cording and I go down around his belly like that, right up to the neck like that. And that's how I measure how much cord I'm going to need. And I cut a little extra because I need to tie knots. So I just do 2 pieces like that.
What size cording is this?
Don't know what size cording this is. Well, it says 2.8 millimeter.
Okay.
So I don't know.
And this is about a 14-inch doll.
I would say
so.
I'd say he's about maybe 19 or
18,
19
inch.
19 or 18 inches. Yeah. So since I cut my loops, I'm going to tie them off. And I just make a knot in the cording. Like so. And I like to tie at least 2 knots. Like that. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't get too thick a cord on the size doll you're working with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The bigger the doll, the thicker the cord. So there's my one knot. I'm going to pull it tight. So I don't want to pull anything tight after I got the doll's head and everything attached. I want to do all my tying and pulling my knots tight before I attach that rare bisque head. There we go. Now I'm going to take one of these sutures. I like to use these sutures because they have this. That's a good size one. This area where I can stick a hook up in, or the hook to the doll's head. You'll see when I try to attach the doll's head, but I'm going to use this as my to hold my cording from going inside the body. But I'm going to start through the neck, and I'm going to come up with my hook through one of the leg holes, and come up to the neck, and pull the cording in. And I want to make sure that my knot that I made is inside the body. I don't want it to be near the head or, coming out the bottom of the doll's body. So I want the knot inside the hollow body.
Okay.
See, that's how we do that, so I can hold my cording right there. And then the doll's legs, this is the thigh, and you can always tell which side the thigh would be. So this is the doll's left thigh because see this little indent on the doll's thighs? Those go to the inside all the time. So there you go. That would be the left thigh, and I'm going to just creep up through the hole here and just construct my doll a piece at a time here. And he gets use one of these larger ball joints as a knee. And I pull it through, and I gotta kind of hold it with my fingers. And that hook that I put on the leg, make sure you got the right leg on the right side of the doll. And I'm just gonna hook it. And I want to crimp that a little bit, but not too tight. Oops, there we go, just like that. So I got one leg attached, and I'm going to do the same for the other side before I touch the head. So there you go. I'm going to go up through the body there again, and with my hook I'm going to hook my cord and make sure I get that knot on the inside of the body. Oops. Oh, I lost it, so I gotta fish up there and find it. Start over again. There we go. See, I'm coming through the V of that. Thing here. Oh, wait. Make sure I hook it. There we go. Come on now. There we go, I got it.
Sometimes it takes a couple tries
Yeah.
to grab that piece of elastic.
Get the knot inside the body. And again, just go up through the leg with your hook. Thigh part. There's the thigh. Here's the knee ball joint. And I gotta pinch and hold that while I get my hook. Hook it on. Clamp down. There we go. Now I'm ready to attach the head. If you don't have any of these forceps, you can always use like a popsicle stick, but it's just nice that this has this opening here, the V in that part of the thing. And I just want to see how I did that. Now I can just gently lift up on that and remove that, and then I want to crimp this just a little bit. Try and keep. There we go. And there you go. The head is on the doll. And now for the arms. The way I like to do the arms is I lay all the parts out. Now these hands already have hooks attached, so we don't have to replace hooks. And the way I measure the cording for the doll's arms is I basically go down. I start at the shoulder here and I go down and measure where that hook would probably go inside the arm. And that's how I just do one arm. See how I got that? I go all the way to the opposite shoulder. That's how I mark, and then just cut a little bit extra because I need to tie it off. Pull it tight. There we go. And now I'm going to fish through from shoulder to shoulder. Make sure I get my knot inside the hollow part of the body. Do the upper arm. the ball for his elbow, his forearm, and the other. And there you go, a strung ball joint doll.
A strung ball joint doll. Well, that wasn't so bad. Thank you.